How's it going, everyone? Sunday coffee break. I told you you'd have something a little different to look at this week, this Sunday. Been kind of thrashing and cleaning in here, and got tired of cleaning and started working on some other stuff. I still got a lot of work to do in here. Where we're sitting at right now is where Scorpion was. Scorpion is now sitting over there waiting its turn. We're finishing up the Pachinko last week. Let's see, Wednesday I posted a video on Pachinko. We cleaned up all the bits and pieces of the back and the play field, which you know, it is what it is. It's not doing as well as what I hoped, but I didn't think it would do much. Pachinkos just don't seem to be very popular. Not as popular as the other stuff like pinball machines and video games and stuff like that. The retro game system is doing really well. I did a short yesterday, or Friday. Did it Friday on me playing around. Just a little quick snippet of the 3D printer running. We got it up and running. I got the firmware updated in it, which I had a hell of a time getting the firmware updated in it. I have Sailfish 7.5 in it right now. I haven't pushed it to the max yet. I've just been kind of messing with it. Getting back into doing working with the CAD. I use 123D. It's Autodesk Fusion, and it's a little tough. CAD programs are kind of strange to me. They're, you know, you want them to do one thing, but in order for you to get them to do the thing you want, you have to do it in reverse. You know, it's weird. To levitate an item so you can merge two items together, you have to hit merge first, or loft first, and then your piece that you're gonna loft over the piece that's already down, and then you can click on it, and then you can get it to come down, and then you have to merge, and then you hit merge, you merge them. You know, so it's kind of back-asswards to me, but that's probably just the way that it's, you know, it was written. To me, you have two items, and you pick one, you loft it, you bring it over, and put it down on the other one. That's, you know, just the way my mind thinks, not loft, then pick your item, and then put it on, and then loft it. So it takes time to get back into that. The last design I made was on an SD card that was in my 3D printer. Was 2017 was the last time I played with that 3D printer and worked with that CAD program. I've always used 123D by Autodesk. It's free. Fusion 360, you can use it, but it's a pay. And I think you can get around it by you can have like a 12-day trial, and then after the 12-day trial you can get a year out of it just for being like a consumer and just a consumer maker. I don't know. It's on my laptop, but I had to move from my laptop to the desktop with all my 3D printing software and all that, because my laptop has 8.1 on it, and a lot of the upgrades will not upgrade on the 8.1. It's 8.1, 8 and 8.1 are kind of another one of those bastard childs like Vista. They kind of dropped the ball on that one and laid an egg. So you can run the software on 7 or 10, no 8. And that's where I was having my problems with doing my firmware into my 3D printer, was because of the it being 8.1. Now, I don't mind 8.1. It's weird, but you know, it's just something you get used to, and I don't mind it. So I had to go to the desktop, which I have 10 in my desktop now. And let's see, what did I had to download Replicator G, which is another really old program. It's like 13 years old, and the only place you can find it is on the Google Archives. You click on the download link and it just says 404, this is not on our server. So I had to root around and figure out that it was on the Google Archive site. So I got on there and I got it downloaded. The Replicator G is what I needed to put in my computer in order to update my firmware in my 3D printer. I found out that I do have 2 nozzles on my 3D printer, but it's only a single. The guts are missing out of the other one. It's just, that was the way I ordered it, is I ordered it so I could upgrade it to the dual head. I thought I had already done the dual head, but no, I didn't. And the motherboard in it's old now. The upgrade for it, it's like $160 for the new motherboard for it, you know. But I'm gonna play around with it the way it is. My LCD screen doesn't work all the time on it, so I know I need to pull it apart. And once I seen that the screen wasn't working, I remembered that that's why I stopped messing with it, is because the screen doesn't work on it. Not all the time. At least at that time it didn't work at all. Now every now and then when I do a print, it'll come on all jumbled up, and then when it's done and finished, and then it comes up and it's fine. So at least when it did that the one time, I was able to re-level my plate and everything, so that was good. The SD card that had my files on it, I figured out, was not heating my bottom plate, my work surface. Now those projects that I had done were also in my laptop, and those ones, everything was set up fine in that. I dumped them onto an USB and stuck it in my computer, and sure enough it printed, and I did a couple test prints, and you know, things are okay. It stuck. This one still has the raft on it. I just haven't pulled the raft off of it. You know, I usually print with a raft, especially when you have a really small surface like that. I'll print with a raft, that way it stabilizes it. Just more cleaning, then you have to clean it up. If you're not sure what those are grip tips. They don't fit this tank, but those fit the other tanks that I have. And I was just messing around and made those. I have a battery box that I made. I better put that down before I hit it. I have a battery box I did, and I have quite a bit of stuff on the computer. On my laptop, I was kind of surprised that I had saved all that stuff. At that time, that's all I used that laptop for, was the 3D printer. I kind of dedicated it to everything on it. but now I don't. I had to move it, which is fine. I had to re-download everything, and instead of Meshmixer as my final program, I use MakerBot Desktop. It seems to like my printer a lot more than Meshmixer did, and it's a CTC replicator single, but the board in it is a MakerBot board. You know, so I guess at that time there wasn't too many people making 3D printers, and MakerBot was one of them, and they farmed out their motherboards to other companies to build. But it's a good printer. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see it? No, hell no, you can't see it, but you can hear it. It's sitting over there warming up. It's a good printer, and I looked it up now, and it's about $500 for that one. And I'm thinking that I paid like $399 at the time in 2017 or 2016 for it. But it's fun to mess around with. They're really fun. We'll do some projects. I have to get really good at this for the one project that I really absolutely need to do. So I have to really work on my CAD skills to be able to do this project that I have coming up that needs to be done. And hopefully, if I can get it done, then what's nice is, you save it, and then whenever you need another one, you just put it in, hit the button, and it pukes out another one out onto the print plate. So that was my short this week, was messing around with the printer, the 3D printer. Wednesday was the cleaning up the bits of the pachinko. It's tomorrow, or yesterday I should say, yesterday was another pachinko. That one's starting to put everything back together on it. Some of the stuff I went ahead and did because once I seen that the videos weren't going to be doing a whole hell of a lot, I just went ahead and started working on some other stuff for it instead of, just kind of, instead of dragging it out. There's other things we can do that'll probably do better than the pachinko. The other one, I'll just put it away, and I'll work on it probably whenever I feel the need to work on a pachinko. They're interesting, they're fun, especially pulling all them pins. That was fun, and putting them all back in was fun too. But yeah, and like I said, you got a little different scenery. I was able to fix my sign in the back here. It had been sitting leaning up against my one of my slot machines sitting over there for quite a while, and every once in a while I pull it out and play with it, and I finally found the program for it. Same old crap, but it was in my laptop. Duh! Along with all my 3D printer stuff. That's where the software was in my laptop. And so I programmed it and put the USB in it, and it didn't do doodly squat. It just sat there with a couple LEDs lit up, and it was dumb. And it just, it was another one that I didn't do a video on it because I wanted to get it done. I was working out here, getting stuff cleaned up, making it look a little better. So when I do my coffee break, that it does look a little better, instead of looking at mountains of crap behind me and around me and amongst me. But I tore it down again, and lo and behold, I had a bad cap in the power supply. Changed the cap, and what you see in the background is what it ended up. Got my program running, and did the sign, put it on the USB, plug the USB in the side of the sign, plug the sign in, and it flashes a few times, and there it is. So I don't know if it's backwards or not. On my little viewfinder over here, it's backwards. So hopefully it's not. Or I did it for nothing. But no, I'd take it over and put it in the store. I'll use it in the store this summer. But as long as I'm doing coffee breaks here, that's what you're going to see in the background. This week coming, pachinko and 3D printer. I think I'm going to do a video for Wednesday on the 3D printer and stretch out pachinko and throw some different stuff in between. I have a little radio that I did. It's sitting back here behind me. I finished it up. I have a video on it, so I'll show you that one. And we'll mess around with the 3D printer this week too, and I'll get a video up. I may do the radio on Wednesday, and then Saturday pachinko, and then the following week the 3D printer. You have to give me some time to get my head wrapped around that CAD program again and doing what I need to do. And then once I get everything running good, then we'll boost the speed on my printer, because like I said, it's 7.5 sailfish is what I have in it right now, and that's supposed to be the best or most up-to-date firmware for that. The next time I'll buy a board and upgrade the board on that, because that one has a dual supports dual head. That board there supports dual head. I just have to figure out what to do. I can most of the parts are in the second part of the head, and it's wired for it. It just does not come up. I tried Replicator Dual, and it didn't like it. It wanted the single. So that's why I figured and then I remembered, yeah, when I did change the filament the last time, I was messing around, cleaned everything, and the guts weren't in that second one. Like I said, it's been since 2017 since I screwed with that thing the last time, and so it's been a while. So yep, we'll have the little radio next week, or this week coming, and then pachinko on Saturday, and then we'll do a Christmas Eve coffee break on Sunday, which Christmas is here, and then we'll be headed towards New Year's, and I hope 2024 is better. Doesn't look good at the moment, but hopefully 2024 is better than 2023. But yeah, got some more room. Looks a lot better. Got more room to move around. I can work at my table back here now, where I have everything all set up. And once we get the 3D printer all squared away and running, and we do some projects on all that, then I'll break out that little CNC machine, and we'll get it set up and start messing around with it too, and see what kind of trouble we can get into with it. And I do believe it's time for a break. Oh, I washed my coffee cup. It's clean now, not disgusting. So give me a minute and we'll be right back. Alright. Coffee. And you can see from the window that it's nighttime. Again. Like I said, I've been kind of waiting on doing the coffee break, so I make sure I have enough stuff, that I do enough stuff that I can talk about. We did move the coffee break from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and they will be a premiere every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. That seemed to work out pretty good. We had 8 people join Coffee Break on Sunday, which is a lot better than what it was when I used to go live. Not with the Coffee Break, but with my other. And if you noticed, yeah, I'm letting my fur grow in to keep a little warmer. So it'll look a little scruffy for a while. Well, it'll look scruffy anyway. But, yep, we moved from 7 till 9, and it's a premiere. It works out better. We had got a lot more views on the Coffee Break than normal. I think we gained like about 24 or 25 more views on the Coffee Break doing the premiere. Which is, you know, I know with a lot of people that means absolutely nothing, and that's not very many, but to me it is. It's a lot for me. And I enjoy talking with everybody during the premiere. We had fun, had some nice conversations, and, you know, questions that people have, you know, and I always encourage people to ask me questions, you know, about what I'm doing or what I'm going to be doing or if I should be doing. It was mentioned to me that my shorts, that maybe I should do a preview of what's coming up, not what I just did. Which, you know, makes a lot of sense. So when it does come up and it's posted, maybe more people will want to watch it. So that was a good idea. And that's why I did the 3D printer short today. Yesterday. Friday. God, get my days straight here. It's the whole problem. When you don't have to be anywhere, you never know what the hell day it is. I just know that a week from tomorrow is Christmas. But yeah, now you can see behind me I have a couple of stations set up. I have this one set up. That's for my 3D printer. My 3D printer sitting over there off to the side. You don't see, you probably can just see the edge of it, but the 3D printer, I know you can hear it. So that's the station there for 3D printing. Right behind me, the other big monitor I have back here is for testing motherboards and game systems and stuff like that. And my stereo now is sitting over here on the table instead of on top of Scorpion, where Scorpion is still being used as a counter. Because now it has pachinko crap on it. And I work off of that onto the pachinko, which is right behind you. You know, Scorpion's here, pachinko's over there. I got my little stool down here. I can park my carcass on it and roll around and work over there, and get tired working on pachinko. I can scoot back over here and work on the CAD program and the 3D printer, which works out really well. Just got to make sure the floor is clean, so when you're rolling around on that little stool that you don't hit a screw and you flip over onto your face. But yep, now I got more room behind me. I got nice little stations there. I got my workbench here, my soldering station, rework station, and my desolderer sitting here. And I got the monitor and the speakers and all that stuff off of the end here. And now it's sitting behind me, so I have a little bit more room on the counter here to work. I have one more little counter over there that I may bring over. We'll see. It's kind of loaded with crap too. Crap 1 and crap 2. If I get it cleaned off, it's on rollers. I put casters on it. I may bring that over then and set up the CNC machine on it. That way I can move it over here. I can move it out of the way. If it's in the way, I can move it. My cart over there is still, well, it's getting better. It's looking a little better. My counter over there looks like hell, but I accumulate so much stuff during the summer, and there's only so much that you can put in a warehouse, and put too much in there, then you can't get in it and find anything. But yeah, it's coming together in here. Like I said, we can work on Scorpion. That'll be coming up too. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. I want to get to it pretty soon, because once I get it going, I can play it when I'm not doing anything else. If I feel like playing pinball, I can play Scorpion. I really like it. That's a wide body. I always did like the wide bodies. Yeah, stop. Yeah, drew blank. But what I was going to say is, I can throw in some work on Scorpion too, some videos on Scorpion while we're screwing with pachinko. I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of interest in them. It's a shame, but you know, that's just the way it is. Okay. Probably I'm going to take another break, and then we're going to probably come back and finish up. I'll go over a few more things with you. We'll finish up, and that'll be it for this Sunday's coffee break. Alright, the little radio that I just did, it's a CD player, AM/FM CD player. I found it when I was cleaning, and I forgot I even had it. It was buried under a Scorpion, and it had a nasty looking thing, and kind of surprised me. I plugged it in, and it works. So I did the whole video on tearing it down and cleaning it, getting it cleaned up and looking good. That video I kind of was in a hurry. Well, no, not really in a hurry. I just wasn't thinking at times when I was doing it. My camera kind of slipped down when I was cleaning the face, which was the worst part, of course. And then another part in there, I'll have to go through and edit it and try and make it look the best I can, because I kind of got sidetracked while I was working on it, and then you get back to something, and I like, once I get started on one project, I like to just work all the way through it and not stop for very long. You know, a day or so is okay, because then I still remember, and I still have the ambition to do it and finish it. But if it sits too long, then I have a problem with getting back to things. Unless it's something that really, really needs to be done, then I can get back into it and do it. But if it's just like a project I'm doing for YouTube, I can, if I get away from it for too long, then I don't want to pick it back up and do it, because it's just, you know, I'm not making any money on it, so it's just, there's no incentive to continue on with it and pull it back up and work on it. But I'm trying to get a little bit more incentive with YouTube as far as doing the coffee break more, trying to come up with even more and more stuff that I can talk about. You know, there's times that during the week, like you know, like this past week, all I did was clean in the garage and get the 3D printer set up and working and playing with it and working on the pachinko. So you know, there's not a whole hell of a lot, you know, to talk about, and doing the little radio, because I thought maybe I might throw that in, and we'll see. it may get put on the hard drive, you know, and put in a can, so to speak, and sit there for a while, and you may see a Wednesday video of the 3D printer, of me working with the 3D printer. I'm not as good at working on the CAD program as a lot of people are. It's just that I have to keep messing with it and keep learning the CAD program. And I may try some other ones. Right now all I can do are the free ones. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'll be working with the freebies. Like I said, 123D by Autodesk. That's Autodesk is Fusion 360, and Mesh Mixer is their final program that you send everything to this Mesh Mixer, and then it sets it all up and then pukes it to the 3D printer. I started working with MakerBot this past week, and I like MakerBot better than I do Mesh Mixer. And 123D design works good with MicroBot too, or MakerBot works good with it too. So it you know, it all works out. So like I said, you might see that on Wednesday, or you might see the little radio on Wednesday, or you might, I don't know, you may see both of them this week. We'll see. We'll see how yesterday's video did on pachinko, and you may see a little radio Wednesday and 3D printer on Saturday. Just all depends on how things go. Like I said, I started working on doing some other things on the pachinko just without the camera on, because I don't feel that we need to do 10 parts to it. It's just not pulling it. It's not pulling its own weight. It is just a lump. So we got a lot of that stuff to do this week. I'm going to continue straightening up in here. Probably finding some other stuff to do too, in amongst, you know, the other stuff that I have to do and I want to do. I definitely need to clean in here. Too many pathways. I got to get rid of some pathways and open it up a little bit. But like I said, I really do want to get back onto Scorpion. I'm pretty sure I know what the hell happened to it. YouTube. Somebody replied to me. I put LEDs in it without changing the driver board, and I think I blew the PIA on driver board, and it's causing it to not want to boot up. On those ones, the older Williams, you can't put LCDs in because the driver board will not handle it. It no likey. So I have to go through and pull all my LCDs out of it and put all incandescents back in it, which is fine, because then I have a complete LCD kit, or LED kit, LED kit that I can put in another machine, or, you know, put some LEDs in other ones, because there's probably about 100 LEDs in that machine. So we'll pull everything back out of it. We'll change all the LEDs in it, and put incandescents back in, and we'll pull the driver board out of it, and we'll check everything on it and see if I didn't blow the PIA on the driver board, and we'll change it out. And because in fact I think I've already changed it once when I first got it, so it may be socketed, and that'll be easy. We can just pop it out and put in another one. I have a bunch of them sitting over there that I've pulled out of boards. The PIAs, I think they're the 6882s. I don't know, it's been a while since I played with those, so so we'll change that out and we'll get it up and running, and then hey, maybe we'll do some gameplay on it. But that's Scorpion is the one that has a 3D print project in it that needs to be done, and it has to do with the drop targets. The one bank of drop targets in it is kind of, I had to do a little hackery to get it to put back together and work, and it doesn't work all the time, but most of the time it does. So we'll pull it down, and like I said, that's where the project is for the 3D printer, is in Scorpion. That'll be a lot of fun sitting down and doing that, and I'll take you along for the ride on that one too, when I sit down and start designing it and putting it to the CAD, and see if I can't burn up some brain cells trying to figure out how to do it. It's been a while since I've looked at that, and I don't think it's going to be that much of a big deal, but I've been wrong, and I'll bet you I am, and I'll bet you it is a nasty one to try and do on a 3D printer. But we're gonna give it the old college try. See if we can't get it done. It's really a fun machine to play too. I got a lot of work in that one. A lot of work into the back glass on that one. Playfield wasn't all that bad on that one, but we did get it all cleaned up, and it's looking pretty good. It's been covered up for, I don't know how long, 2-3 years. Been covered up. So I don't even know. We'll look at the playfield again, and we may do some more on it too. I may kind of stretch that one out and have some fun with it and do some things to it. You know, we may work over the playfield again, do some painting on it and some clear coating and whatever and what have you, and so on. And other than that, we'll pull something else in then too. I kept threatening you that I was going to pull Scorpion out of there and get it ready to start working on, and I've been threatening you with Black Pyramid too, out in storage. So we get Scorpion done and moved on, I'll bring in Black Pyramid. Unless I make more room in here and take other stuff out, I'll bring Black Pyramid over, and we'll have two of them in here. And then I can decide which one I want to play every night. But yeah, things are coming together out here. It's been kind of a pain cleaning this place. I hate cleaning, but you know, it gets to the point where it just starts bothering you, and I have to go through and I just start pitching everything. You know, it just pisses me off. Get rid of it, throw it out, you know, throw it in the dumpster, burn it. And that's usually what ends up happening to a lot of stuff. Finally can get to my bird seed too, and I fed my birds, so they're happy. No surprises though. Didn't find anything that surprised me yet. And I did find that little part that I was looking for, and I got it put where it belongs and where I wanted it to. But I did find it. Took me all week, but I did find it. Like I said, mostly everything else I know where it's at. And if you ask me if I have it, I know I have it. And then it takes me a little while, and then I'll think about it, and then oh, yeah, now I remember where I put it. And I go and look, and nope, I moved it. So now you have to think again, well, where the hell did I move it to? After doing that about 3 or 4 times, you figure out, oh yeah, I threw it out. But we'll do some projects with the 3D printer. We'll do Scorpion. We'll finish up Pachinko. We'll get the little CNC machine out, and we'll start playing with it and doing some creative designs with it, maybe. Do some manufacturing. But I think that's going to do it for today, for this episode of Sunday Coffee Break, because I am out of coffee. Now I am. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sitting here rambling on about stuff. Always enjoy letting you know what the hell's going on. And if you would, join me on Sunday Coffee Breaks on the premieres, and you can talk to me. We can talk back and forth on YouTube. So until next Sunday, everybody have a great week. One more week, then Christmas. Till then, see ya.